I did studies on Xhosa music, and I studied the bow music playing of Umam Nofinishi Gwili. And how I even got to that point was through traveling and studying overseas. I studied in Norway, and when you travel, you're asked a lot of questions of where you come from. And I realized that I did not have many answers to those questions. So it really inspired me to really dig deep in. And then I realized so much has not been documented, and because of our past, our apartheid past, and really just the brainwashing of the mind. So this is Tsaba Tsaba Ki number 1. It's a recording, a 1939 recording of the Pitch Black Follies. So African musics are often synonymous of that call and response form when, you know, as the composition structure. So this one, the call is Tsaba Tsaba Ki number 1, and then the response is da 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 da, and the lyrics there are dilelele 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 dilelele, and dilelele is, I think actually this is like the first recordings of scat singing in South Africa. So dilelele dilelele is just basically how the dance goes. So you have Tsaba Tsaba Ki number 1. Tsaba Tsaba is the best dance, and then dilelele dilelele is, I guess, when the performers are demonstrating how the dance goes. The subdivision, or at least the rhythm, is quavers, which is halving a beat. So you have the bass movement sitting on the beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. Boom, 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 boom. And then the melody seeping through to find spaces that it can sort of, you know, speak. And which actually reminds me of a very important concept of how the music is designed, which is who we are. I mean, the concept of Ubuntu. Ubuntu is you are who you are because of those around you, and it's just a concept of respecting those around you and understanding that you are complete because of them, and vice versa. So the music, I mean, you heard the bass movement, boom, 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 boom. Then the melody sits halving that beat, boom, 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 bam, 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 bam. So it's finding spaces that when it's combined, we've got this beautiful music.
The way Marabi and Tsaba Tsaba, we today people that they call it Mbakanga. But Marabi, like things like that.
So the second recording was Umajaj, which is a song by the Mary Blackbirds. It's a 1937 composition. So I'm sure you heard remember we spoke about call and response in African music? So you hear the same thing here. The lyrics are, Upi Umajaji, where is Umajaj? Umajaji is a worker at the mines, and often they would have a day where they can buy alcohol, and I guess you had to hide it from the authorities. But what the lyrics are saying is that he stole alcohol from somewhere. So, where is he? Where is Umajaj? So that's the statement or the call. Now the response answers, but why are you looking for Umajaj? And then they explain, which is he stole alcohol and we're actually looking for him because the authorities want him. And then the last section that we played is just I guess an instrumental part of the song. It comes again right at the end. So it's played by the brass or the horns at the beginning, the voices repeat it, but then the brass or the band comes back again with which you can call that the C section. Remember, we've got three sections in this one. That's A, and then B, and then C. So the last song that you had to listen to is Uwaqa. Again, remember we spoke about scat singing. This is the first attempt to scat singing. And this song, I believe, is just scat singing at the most traditional. I mean, they're using cues. Again, the same structure, call and response. Remember, underneath, what underlines this music is that harmonic movement we spoke about that moves and is cycled, and then the melody sits on top. And this one does the same thing, the A section. And then the B section. And it goes to that sub-dominant sort of harmony, which a lot of this music does in the B section. That's why we can label this one as the B section, and is also the response to the A. I particularly like to describe it as 145, or the art of 145, trying to really focus on how South African musicians have treated this sound at the highest level through improvisation and through influences of American music and music coming through South Africa through trade. So this sound is what then really South African musicians adopted as theirs. And when you hang around through at jazz clubs or hang around with South African musicians, they often describe this style of music as 1-4-5. And 1-4-5 could mean that they're describing a harmonic movement or a chord progression. But when you just zoom into the music, and I know you guys have done that, you will hear that the bass movement is not necessarily 1-4-5. Sometimes it's 4-5-1. Sometimes it's 1-5-1-5-1-5-4-5-1. So I think what one can say is that the description of the sound of this music is 1-4-5, because in respect to the musicians and how they describe the music, it's safe to say this music is 1-4-5. And it's the art of 1-4-5 because of the high level of treatment and how the music has developed through the ages, through Mbaqanga, through Kwela, modal music, and through modern and contemporary music.
Like a bing bong ball down a mountain stream, like paper riding in the breeze, like strolling in the dark through streets you know. People can feel free as these. People